Good afternoon and welcome to our 2020 Fall Zoom Recital and House Concert Weekend, which we are live streaming to YouTube. There are several performances this weekend, and the performance that you're about to see includes elementary and some middle school age students. I am very proud to be their teacher. I'm Cindy Mueller, and I have the privilege of spending time with each one of these students each week, enjoying learning all kinds of things about music. We want to make a special welcome to those of you who are joining us on our live stream on YouTube. Thanks for making the time this afternoon to listen to our performance. I always perform in these recitals, so I put myself somewhere in the middle of the mix, but today I'm putting myself first because that gives parents an opportunity to make a text connection with their family and friends who are watching around the world, literally, to be certain that they are on our stream. When I play, I usually alternate. Sometimes I do a jazz piece and a classical piece, and I did a classical piece in spring when playing some Beethoven, and so it's time for a jazz piece for me. And I've chosen something that's a challenge to me, and that is to play a piano solo of a jazz ballad. I'm going to be playing My Foolish Heart is the ballad that I'll be playing. If you are playing in the classical tradition, everything that the pianist plays is written on a piece of paper by the composer, and it's our job to play those notes as best we can. In the world of jazz, you don't learn it from a piece of paper, you use your ears. So you go out and listen to lots of different players playing the piece you want to learn the melody and the chords, and then you kind of come up with your own arrangement. Jazz players, just to have a reference, they will sometimes look at something that they call a lead sheet. The kids have seen something like this, where you get the melody line and the chords that are the harmony for the song. And jazz players kind of use that as a loose guide to what they're going to do. The song is played, so the melody is heard. And then, like all jazz pieces, there's a moment for improvisation. So you'll hear a little bit of that in this piece. And then the performance comes back to the melody of the piece. So I hope you enjoy my rendition of My Foolish Heart. So now we are going to hear, thank you. We're going to hear from our first performer of the afternoon, Ellie. So Ellie, I'm going to unmute you. And Ellie, you have the stage.
Thank
Wonderful, Ellie. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. And that was Ellie Dark. She played first London Symphony, which is a theme by Haydn, and then Cuckoo Crazy by Edwin McLean. And now we're going to hear from Ellie's brother, Michael. Mikey is going to play classical Sonatina, which is in 3 movements, and he's choosing to play all 3 movements by Timothy Brown. So, Mikey, I'm going to unmute you, and you have the stage. Mikey, I don't think we're unmuted yet, Mikey. So go over there and unmute yourself, then make a fresh start.
Sorry.
Great job, Mikey. Thank you. Wonderful job. So for our next performer, we are going to hear from Grace Yoon. Grace is going to play Looking Glass River, a composition by Nancy and Randall Faber. So Grace, you can unmute yourself and you have the stage. Wonderful job, Grace. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. So now Grace is going to be joined by her mom, Soohyoun Ahn, and together they're going to play a duet, which is always a treat, Pirouette by Randall Vandall. So I'm going to give the stage back to Sue and Grace whenever you're ready. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Now we're going to hear from Sue. She's going to play a solo. This is probably a piece that you've heard. River Flows in You by Yiruma. So Sue, you have the stage whenever you're ready. Fantastic, Grace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was beautiful. Our next player, Louis Muneepeerakul, is going to play the first movement of a Sonatina by Friedrich Kuhlau. It's the Sonatina in C major. So, Louis, you can unmute yourself and take the stage. Good job, Louis. Very good, very good, very good. So now we are going to hear from Heath Coleman. Heath is going to play two selections. They're in a book he's learning from by Randall and Nancy Faber, and he's first going to play Whirling Leaves and then Sword Dance. So Heath,
Sword Dance and Whirling Leaves.
of course. Great job, Heath. I always tell Heath when he plays that, I feel like my entire mental health improves because it just helps calm everything down. Really nice, Heath. So now I'm going to introduce Heath's brother Beckett, and Beckett Coleman is going to play Pantomime by Nancy Faber. So you can unmute yourself, Beckett, and take the stage. Very nice job, Beckett. Very, very, very nice job. So for our next performer, Griffin Morris is going to play a piece, Una Viento Caliente. It means a warm breeze, and it's by Edwin McLean. And whenever you're ready, Griffin. Wonderful job, Griffin. Wonderful, wonderful job. And we are now going to hear from Eve Flore. And Eve is going to play Charms of London, which is a composition by Johann Hummel. And this is an arrangement of his piece. Eve, whenever you are ready, you can take the stage. Fantastic, Eve. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that concludes this group of students and in their Zoom live stream recital this afternoon. Students, you all did a great job. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you for all your hard work in this recital and all the hours that you've put into becoming great young musicians. Parents, thank you for all your support. Viewers, thank you for making time for all these young musicians. The best thing is to have someone listen to and appreciate your music and support what you're doing. All the performers today have chosen to send a pre-recorded video to me, which I will upload, and they'll be available on the same channel so you can see their pre-recorded versions of their recital pieces, as well as come back and also watch this live stream at another time. Again, thank you for tuning in to watch us on our live stream.